Hey everybody, it's me, Miss Schwartz. So for this video, we are going to be drawing full-blown zentangles. Our last project where we did the zentangle turkeys, that was kind of like diet fat-free zentangles. This time we are going for the full-blown art piece that is a zentangle. Now you remember, zentangles are just pictures where you draw, rather create many spaces and you add a different pattern to each space. So before we start drawing our zentangles, really quick, I want to talk to you guys about the principles of art and the elements of art. There are 7 principles and there are 7 elements. And we are going to be touching, through making zentangles, we're going to be touching on one of the principles and one of the elements. So the elements of art are balance, rhythm, unity, movement, pattern, emphasis, and contrast. And for our element that we're going to focus on, we're going to focus on pattern. The 7 principles of art are color, form, space, point, line, value, and texture. And the principle that we're going to be focusing on is texture. So when you are drawing a zentangle, we're going to get started. You can do it 2 ways. You can either draw lots of lines. Whoop, there we go. That's better. You can draw lots of lines that crisscross each other, and you can put a different pattern in each space. Or another fun way to do it is to find something round. I'm just going to use this old Walgreens medicine cap, and I'm going to trace about 5 circles. Now, if you find this project way too hard, you can go back and just do 1 or 2 circles, or 1 or 2, maybe 3 spaces. Right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circles. I've got several spaces. Now, in each space, we're going to be making a different pattern. Remember, pattern is one of the elements of art. So I'm going to start with making a crisscross pattern. You can make these patterns as simple as you want. You can make these patterns as complicated as you want. It's totally up to you. Okay. So in this one, I'm going to do polka dots. Okay. So when we draw patterns within each space, we are not drawing actual texture. And for those of you who don't know, texture refers to the way something feels. Like a rock or a piece of sandpaper would have a very rough texture, whereas a glass would have very smooth texture. Our skin has very smooth texture. So we're not actually creating real texture, but we are creating kind of like pretend texture, if that makes sense, implied texture. So I am going to keep making my patterns and creating implied. Implied is just a fancy word that kind of means pretend. Okay, so in creating this zentangle, I've made patterns, and patterns are one of the elements of art. and I am implying or faking texture. Like you could imagine that this would have a really bumpy texture. This might have a very rough texture. This would definitely have a smoother texture. So I am implying texture, and this is what I expect you guys to do for this art project. So remember, if you're having a hard time with this, please reach out to me at my Google Voice number, 816-482-9743. You can also reach out to me at my email address, which is kschwars@kcpublicschools.org. I love you guys. I miss you guys. I cannot wait to see your lovely faces again. I will see you guys in class. Bye.